As the holiest month approaches, many of us are hoping that this Ramadan will be better than the last one. We were unable to go to the masjid, but we had each other at home. We weren't able to go and visit our loved ones to break our fasts, but we were still able to have healthy, home-cooked food at the time of iftar. Across Sylhet, there are families who don't just go hungry during hot days in Ramadan. They go hungry throughout the year. Their fast goes unbroken, but they do have us. Alhamdulillah. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, whoever feeds a fasting person will earn the same reward as him without anything being lessened for the reward of the fasting person. 13 Rivers Trust is a passionate organization working to help communities that are being forgotten. We celebrate the contribution made by our elders and emulate their practice of helping others. Sylhet Aid is our flagship program aimed at delivering aid to the poorest families across the greater Sylhet region. Sadly, the first generation of the British Bangladeshi community are disappearing, whether due to natural causes or return migration, and with them, the help that was once so abundant for the poor in Sylhet. With your help, we can make sure their legacy lives on and no one is ever forgotten. As part of this Ramadan, we're aiming to feed the most vulnerable families, struggling to provide for themselves. They depend on your kindness to get by.
ইফতারের সময় তো আপনারা কিছু আছে খাইবার কিন্তু সকল সময় যেমন এটা ফাইন না
ফাইন না সকল সময় তো ফাইন না সকল সময় যার কোনো খাইতে পারম না বুঝছেন না
ভাই এলা আপনারা দ্বারা আমি বাচ্চাটা খাই না
ই খাই না আপনারা যা দিছে তাও তো খাইতে পারবো
ইনশাআল্লাহ
আপনারা লাগে নামাজ পড়ি দোয়া করব
ইনশাআল্লাহ দোয়া করব
আমরা করব আল্লাহ আপনারা বেস্ট করে আয়াতি জাল্লাহ দিতা These ladies are so happy. Like, to us, it's just Ramadan pack. We eat we eat chicken and chips, we eat fried food, we eat like samosas every day. We look forward to iftar. They don't look forward to iftar because there's nothing to eat. This Ramadan, inshallah, through Sylhet Aid, these people are going to open the iftar with so much food. Alhamdulillah.
No one deserves to go hungry, and every fast should be broken with healthy, nutritious food. You can help make that happen. Just £25 can provide a family with essential food items that will last the entire month. Your sadaqah and zakat will help us feed the fasting during the blessed month of Ramadan. Please, donate now, and may Allah bless you.
Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Farhana and I'm delighted to be on 13 Rivers community show tonight. 13 Rivers, connecting communities, helping people where and whenever is needed. And please do go to the website to find out more about their good work. My name is Farhana Zaman. So I'm one of the hosts for tonight's program. My profession is education practitioner. So I'm a freelance teacher and I do consultancy work and research work. My lovely co-host for tonight is Liza Ahmed. So I'm just going to pass it on to Liza and she can introduce herself. Good evening, Liza.
Good evening. Just really excited, Farhana. Alhamdulillah, we get another opportunity to see everyone's faces, talk about important things. Anyway, let's get back to introducing myself. My name is Liza Ahmed and I am a primary school teacher by profession, mother of 3 children, alhamdulillah, and have been an active member of 13 Rivers Trust for the past few years and an author of a poetry book that has been published last year, alhamdulillah.
That sounds amazing, Lisa. Nice to have you on the show. We did have an apology from one of the guests, but however, we still have some amazing, awesome, powerful, and inspiring sisters lined up for you tonight. They will be speaking about their challenges and a bit about their past, how they overcame the barriers, and how and where they are now. So first of all, I would like to introduce Syeda Choudhury, who's a fashion designer. Syeda, tell us about what you do. I know you're a fashion designer and you're from cultural background, and I've known you for like many years, since I was a child. You're a very talented dancer, singer, poet, fashion designer, and also you're a TV host. I mean, tell us about any challenges that you faced, while pursuing all this.
First of all, Assalamu alaikum to everyone who's watching, and thank you so much for 13 Rivers to invite me tonight to share a few experiences of life, like my life and other ladies on the panel. Thank you, Farhana, for inviting me personally, and the other host, Liza. You both are doing really well. So, and teachers, mothers, and freelance teacher, you guys are full on yourself. I don't know why we are here. I mean, I'm here. So, but anyway, yes. So, it has been. You asked the first thing as like challenges. So, right. If I have to talk about myself, I'll go back to the time when we actually arrived in this country, because it is what made us what we are now. So we cannot not talk about our past. So in the past, we came here 1980, 81, I think, and I was a little child then. Went to local school. We lived in like not in Hamlets, but we later moved into Hamlets. We were in Wimbledon. Anyway, cut it the story short. So we came here, we struggled. We all know what struggles we've been through, race, do you call it, cultural differences, and name it, everything. So the challenge is actually being who I was, being a Bangladeshi Muslim woman. It's not easy. So far, what I've done, obviously, there has been ups and downs, but I think regardless what downs we had, there's always going to be ups and downs. But challenges was, if you talk about what I'm doing right now, yeah, there's a lot of work that is very challenging that I'm doing as a fashion designer or business entrepreneur. You know that I did a lot of...
Yeah. I've just been told that I should introduce the other guest and then ask the question. So the format has been changed slightly. So thank you, but we will start off with your answer soon. So I'd like to introduce Tanzila Zaman. She's a coach and she's the co-founder of SkillXcellence. Well, welcome on board, Tanzila.
Assalamu alaikum. Very good evening, everyone. Thank you, Farhana Apu. Thank you, Liza Apu, and whole your team. Really, it's been pleasure to be with amazing, my loving sisters from community. It's nice. Thank you.
Okay. And our last but definitely not least guest is, do I say Minara first? Minara Meghna Uddin, because I know you as Meghna. Welcome on board, Meghna. Meghna is Youth Social Development Coordinator, and she's also co-founder of JustSmiles. So welcome on board, Minara.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. Thank you, Farhana. Thank you, Lisa. And it's lovely to see Syeda and Tanzila. Of course, we just saw each other the other day. But yeah, thank you for inviting me on the show. And it's just nice to have this women's chat and empowerment.
A very warm welcome to all our guests. Now we're going to go back to our sweet Syeda. Back to you, Afa.
Thank you so much. No, it's absolutely amazing to see my school friend Meghna. We always Minara, and then my young sister Tanzila. So lovely to see them both. And it's just been a difficult time for all of us. We haven't seen each other in real life, but here we go. We are here. So as I was saying, I'm sure you, your sister Farhana, and Minara will share same sort of platform we have shared, and same sort of life experiences we have gained throughout our lives for in terms of the social work, in terms of the community work, and also where we are now. So I've started my job as working as a community worker, social investment, and also in social inclusion for many housing associations. So I've worked in for Southern Housing, Peabody Trust, so many housing associations, and it was really difficult to how we organize the trips or the youth facilities or the ladies or women class, English classes. I mean, Minara can also, I'm sure she shares the same. It's not the easiest job to actually carry on and support your culture at same time you're in another country. So we have to really look at every parameters of life, like where we are, what are we doing, and our focus. We have to be very focused as well. So I worked as a social investment officer for different housing associations where we had to, like Minara does, we have to raise money. Some of them being voluntary organization where was always been raising money from different charity boards and stuff. So, and then also making women independent in terms of they have a group. There was a group that I developed called Island Neighborhood or Island Women's Group. We worked in the challenges of when Derek Beacon got elected on the Isle of Dogs area, where there was so much racial tension. And we worked, I worked as a community worker then. We had to do a lot of activities to integrate the community. So I did cooking classes for Bangladeshi and white people. So they exchanged their cooking and shared a same platform as like we are all women. So I spent most of my life doing women development work. And then all of that, but I had my passion. I sing. I used to perform as a little girl, and then I stopped for 15 years. Now I'm back. I've taken more classes on my learning music again, and then I'm doing what I'm very passionate about. And passion comes in there too. So my passion now is fashion work. So and also my other activities. So challenge has been always there, but somehow we women are very multitasking. We know we find, and we are very strong, and we are very what shall I say, very patient, I would say, because to be where we are, say Meghna, say Tanzila, I've raised 2 children. They're now nearly 23 and 28. And I've raised them, and they've studied, they've done their graduations, and they got their own jobs. And also, they're good human beings, alhamdulillah, I have to say. And so throughout our lives, I think it's been a bumpy ride here and there, but I feel we did make some contribution to the Bangladeshi community. Now I want to stop working like as in work. I took on business, and that way I'm trying to give something back to our own country, which is I'm trying to help the employment in Bangladesh through Syeda C, which I run my own project, and it's my brand. And my passion took me all the way to Bangladesh. There I work with women and young men who are more vulnerable to a lot of social issues there, because there are a lot of many times they don't get jobs, like young men. So I employ young men from age of 18 to 20, 25, it's like youth still, but still don't have much education and stuff. So this is my way of giving something back to a country where my parents come from, my skin color, me, Saida, Bangladeshi, a Muslim, and I need to do something. And I think the best way to do is help your own country. And while I'm here, obviously, I am spending all my life here. So I don't know what else you want to know, but this is all I have to say. That
we will come back to you, Saida. Absolutely. Very inspiring indeed. We're now going to hear from Tanzila Zaman about your experiences and the challenges you faced as a female in your career.
থ্যাংক ইউ আবারও। আমি দুটো স্তরে আমার চ্যালেঞ্জগুলো শেয়ার করি। ফার্স্ট অ্যাকচুয়ালি আই এম অ্যান ইঞ্জিনিয়ার অ্যান্ড আই ওয়ার্ক ওয়ার্ল্ডস লার্জেস্ট ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং ফার্ম বাংলাদেশ থেকে একটা মেয়ে খুব সহজে ওয়ার্ল্ড ক্লাস একটা কোম্পানিতে, তারপর হায়ার পোস্টে, মানে আমার বয়স অনুযায়ী আমি টপ ক্লাস পজিশনে চলে গেছি একটা কান্ট্রির, আই মিন এশিয়ার জুনে। তো এটা আসলে আমার মতো মেয়ের জন্য, আই মিন আমাদের মতো বাংলাদেশি মেয়েদের জন্য ইটস নট রিয়েলি ইজি। সো এটার জন্য আমাকে, মানে আমার ডেডিকেশন ছিল যে আসলে আমি ইঞ্জিনিয়ার হব। সো আমি নিজেকে আপু ওইভাবে প্রস্তুত করেছি। কিরকম প্রস্তুত করেছি? যখন আমি পড়াশোনা করেছি, আমি বাংলাদেশের একটা বৃহত্তম নারী শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠানে পড়াশোনা করেছি, ভারতের সিরিয়ালস। তো ওইখানে পড়াশোনা করলে অনেক কনফিডেন্স বিল্ড আপ, একদম নিজের কি বলবো, মানে সেলফ স্টিম এবং নিজের সেলফ অ্যাওয়ারনেস এবং নিজের যত কাজ একা একা করতে পারে, মানে খুব ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্টলি মাশাআল্লাহ ট্রেন করা হয়। তো আমি পার্সোনালি একটু কনফিডেন্ট ছিলাম ওইখানে যাওয়ার পরে আরো বেশি। তো তারপর আমি যখন ইউনিভার্সিটিতে পড়াশোনা করতাম তখন আমি বেসিক্যালি অনেক সোশ্যাল ওয়ার্ক করি, অনেক ভলান্টিয়ারি কাজ করি। আমি নিজেকে মানে এনভায়রনমেন্টের সাথে বা আমার কেরিয়ারটা ওভাবে যাবে, আমি নিজেকে একটু একটু করে প্রস্তুত করি। হ্যাঁ, তো দেখা গেছে যে বাংলাদেশের মতো জায়গায় এরকম টপ ক্লাসে জব পাওয়ার জন্য আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, ইভেন আমি বাংলাদেশে থাকতে আমি ড্রাইভিং লাইসেন্সও ছিল, মানে আমার কেরিয়ারটা ওরকম আমি বিল্ড আপ করেছি। তো সেখানে অনেক চ্যালেঞ্জ ছিল। যেমন ধরেন আমার কাছ থেকেই যদি বলি, আমি আমার রিয়েল লাইফে আজকে শেয়ার করব।
Tanzila, how are you going to address this to the non-Bengali speaking audience as well?
Oh, okay. So I can.
So
I can say
you were speaking about your Bangladesh experience and how
yeah,
you struggled to be
yeah,
where you are, in a top position as a female living in
yeah.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, because at the moment I am also a businesswoman and freelancer for different coaching and mentoring job. But actually, as you want to share me about my challenges, so I think it's good to share from the root. So there is two type of challenge I share, Bangladesh and here. So I'm sorry, I'm speaking Bangla English. So the thing is, in Bangladesh, being a raised in village, then I study in Bangladesh renowned women residential school, college, and university together. So anyway, so I raised there and I studied there and I had my BSc engineering in computing. Then after that, I started job in world number one, engineering firm. So the thing is, I am saying in Bangladesh, from coming that kind of social environment, economical, you can't do that kind of top class job. Either you don't have dedication, you don't have that kind of passion. So I was trained myself. When I was study in that time, I did lot of social work. So I you can say I was a dancer a little bit. So I had a drama. I did theater. I did TV presentation and radio. I did lot of things. The thing is, though you can see I am wearing a scarf, so our family is not that kind of media and that kind of so don't like that kind of media stuff. But it was my quite little bit hobby. So I did those skill I did. So I raise up myself in multitasking environment. Also, I did voluntary like blood donation, lot of voluntary work. So I was involving a lot of community work, social work to give myself self-esteem and having those kind of a strong leadership, because in top position you always have leadership and things. So after that, I was beating with our I don't know, maybe in Bangladesh, Buet is the toppest for engineering.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And my life, I always study in private.
Yeah,
because
I think BUET is an abbreviation.
Yeah.
It stands for something.
Yeah, Bangladesh University of
Yeah,
Engineering.
so it's a university in Bangladesh. Yeah.
Yes, Apu. Engineering institute, and this is the top. Yeah, and this is government. Government.
So
And
inspiring.
where I study is private. And
Okay,
people
we will get back to Tanzila. Did you mention your challenge?
Okay, I wanted to. Yeah, I said lot of problem comes on the way.
Yeah.
So
So we'll get back to you again. And can I just mention that your Bangla is like top notch? Okay, you have excellent Bangla. I wish I could speak like that.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Meghna. Meghna, tell us about your challenges.
Okay, yeah, okay. It's just enjoyable listening to, others speaking, so especially Syeda and Tanzila, and sharing experiences. My challenges, well, I had aspirations when I was in school. I wanted to go on to studying law, which I didn't get to do. Personal life circumstances changed. And then I had a turning point. Then after that chapter, I'm not going to go into that chapter. I think we'll save that for another day, because since it's a happy, we want to celebrate women's challenges we've faced and, empowerment.
You can mention it at the end if you wish to.
So
it's all about inspiring other people.
So yeah, no, challenges. For me, I was in business. So I've sort of come away from that because I have a few professional hats. So for me, my journey started, my first role my working role started when I was 18. It was very short. And then I went into business. So my background initially was in restaurant and takeaways and property. So, and it was like family related and personal related. So that's where I came from. And then I had personal circumstances changed, and things took a turn, and that was a challenge in itself, and especially having a family. And then there's certain challenges I faced as being on my own as well with my young family. So I had to overcome to build that. Tanzila touched on building your self-confidence and self-esteem. Because of certain life events, my self-confidence and self-esteem was quite low, I would say. And I was always a people's person. So, I got on. So I enjoyed the environment when I was, managing or working in the restaurants, because I enjoyed it very much. And, all the challenges that came with running at that time. It was very much in the 80s and 90s, I would say more. So there weren't that many women in the industry in that sector. So, and I was very young as well. So I was gaining my experiences and, going through the ranks as well. And there were challenges in that place alone for women, or, working in restaurants and takeaways. So then overcoming that, now going back into the real world. So when you're self-employed and you've got your own businesses, the real world out there seems, that was a challenge all on its own, because I had to do something. I had to build myself up. I had to build my self-confidence up. So I started looking into how can I go out there and what can I do? Because I needed to build, also, you're a role model to your children, your family. So, that's what the drive was there. I had my low moments. It's not as if I didn't, many, many challenges, highs and lows, as Syeda said, highs and lows in our lives. We will still have them. But then I went out there, I saw what could I do, because I didn't have a clue really much about CVs, because I didn't need one. I was my own boss. So, things like that, and gaining, how do I even apply for a job? What is that? Because I was employing people and interviewing people for roles. So it was quite a switch, tables were turned. So, and then, going out and then seeing what there was available, the support. I think I had to do that on my own. And, I had to there were moments where I just wanted to give up and thought, I can't do this. It's, I can't build myself up again. I cannot build my self-confidence up. I didn't even know how to use the local bus routes. I know this seems funny, because when you're born and brought up in this country, people think like, you're clued up with everything. But, when you've had a certain lifestyle, and then you sort of things change, your life changes, life chapters change, you're faced with different challenges are in your face. So anyway, I started my first role in the outside world, outside of being self-employed, was an education sector. And it was a part-time role. I worked my way up. It was in a secondary school environment where actually Syeda's daughter was studying, and I had the pleasure of she was one of my students as well. An amazing young woman, Syeda's daughter, I have to say, Ifat. So yes, and that's how I started my journey, going out there and just finding the work that I wanted to do and what I really wanted to do. My challenge was, what did I want to do? At first, initially, it was, I just want to get a job. I just want to build my self-confidence. And then
Meghna,
I saw, can you hear me?
Your determination, Meghna, your determination and your strength is unbelievable. Amazing. Yeah. Can I just remind the audiences, like, this is a great show and a great opportunity for you out there who is watching and listening. Please do call in and partake in this show. It's just going to get interesting. So mind-blowing guests, I must say, you know, how do you manage all of this, right, Lisa? Like,
oh goodness,
you
I
know,
was just listening.
homemaking, children, career, different choices in life, struggles. Yes, Lisa?
MashaAllah, seriously, sisters, I was just listening and feeling so inspired. All of you had so many challenges, and some of the challenges that you were talking about, I could relate to it when I felt like giving up in life. I can't do it. It's not possible. You know, you lose your self-esteem and the confidence that you built over the years. It just goes, mashallah. And it's just really inspiring to hear that you guys, all of you actually had the courage to go back up again and persevere. So that's really amazing. So we've talked about some of our challenges, and now I've got a question for you guys. Well, it's a say that everyone says. We say that behind every man's success, there's a woman. Now, as we are women, behind your success, who is the one person that you would give credit to? Anybody, whoever wants to go first, who'd like to go first? Should we start with Tanzila?
Yeah.
To be honest, if I make you just like little bit shocked, maybe that I'm proudly saying that I am myself. I am myself is my inspiration. You know, I have a wonderful family. Yeah, they gave me all the money every time for my education because I said earlier, I study in private, my school, high school, college, university, even London for MSc. So do you understand? So how much money my father invested to me? But one thing they missed, you know what? They never inspire me. They just my father is an engineer. So you know traditionally I am an engineer. But you know what? I had a lot of other qualities. I had leadership. I had media. I have writing skill. When I was in SSC, my poem was in published newspaper, magazine. So I could be a writer. I could be a presenter in radio or television because I did amateur. So actually, what happened? They are very nice. They support every time what I want to do. But the thing is, actually, my purpose to leave to people, in the world, leave behind impact, like inspire other people, help other people, proactively do something. As a Farhana, when both the three apus and knows my struggle and career and success in UK. So I know he's very shocked, and I am proudly giving answer you. This is me. I am myself. I am inspiration for me because because when I say my parent I want to do, then they give me money. Yeah, do. But they never said, oh my God, you have this, do. My child in 7 years is an author. My child is a speaker. My child is a mentor. So I asked my son, why you be a mentor? Just 8 years old in school, and he asked me, you know what? Because I see you are a mentor, you are helping other people. And when I have a choice in my school to do volunteer, that they do. As you are a primary teacher, maybe so you must know, not me. So my son pick up, not like a sports leader, not like something. He just pick up peer mentor, and that day my tears comes, and this happy tears. Because do you feel I didn't inspire
yeah, Tanzila, I really appreciate your honesty.
Yes.
And amazed. We've got some comments from Facebook. If I can just read out quickly. So Shatitu says, Alaikum Salam. And Ahad Mia saying, Assalamu alaikum and good evening, ladies. So I'm glad you're watching, Mr. Ahad. And Shakila Rahman is saying, looking fabulous, Syeda Choudhury. Yeah, and we've got a couple of more. So everyone's just saying hello, but we need callers to call up and contribute. Come on, share your experience. Even with the men, call up, share your experience and tell us what you like about women and, success. Do you like it or you don't like it? So next, Lisa. Lisa, you're on mute.
You know how that happened?
Left us two friends now, me or Minara, I know.
I was just saying to
Syeda, you
Tanzila
go
that
ahead.
I'm not shocked that if the credit goes to you, the credit should go to you, and you should be proud that the credit goes to you. Because at times we don't have anybody behind us, we don't have anybody by our side. It's us that we have the drive and we push ourselves and we shine. And we should shine. Women should shine. It does. We don't need men to push us. We don't need our families to push us. We need ourselves to push ourselves. So anyway, I'm just gonna go to now. Syeda, do you want to say your? Let's see. Let's hear from you.
Who's behind you, Syeda?
I would say my mom been the backbone of my life. When I was growing up, I was the youngest daughter, and she always supported me with everything I did. Honestly, she wouldn't say no, and she did say no. She had that limit. She knows she grew up. She actually told us what was our limit to start with, so we did not cross that limit that she wouldn't approve of. But she did a lot of say. The support. So I said, oh, I want to go to college. Then I said, oh, I'm going to go to uni. She used to be sitting, and one day I said to Mom, so if I go to uni, and I she wanted me to go to uni, but at the same time she wanted me to make sure her clothes are ironed. Because I was like always my mom's daughter. So one day I said to her, so I can only choose between going to uni or doing all your chores. I gave her a choice. And then she said no. But then again, I thought my mom came first. I didn't have to go to uni. If she says, no, I need my clothes ironed, or, or put my clothes away. I've always been obedient, like, trust me.
Good daughter.
Yeah. So my mom obviously wouldn't say, no, you stay at home. She had always had like inspiration, and she always she always very ambitious about where she want to see her daughters. She had mainly daughters and one son, so she said, okay, do whatever. So she always supported me. Then after I got married, my husband supported me, and then my children came about. So my children, my mom's not anymore able to help anymore, so because she is an elderly. But my children, my husband, are now my backbone. My daughter, my son, and my husband. So they do help me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be. I make trip to Bangladesh every 3 times a year. So I have to go. Even like I stayed there for 2-3 months because of my work. So if they never supported me, it wouldn't have been possible for me to go and stay there and have the confidence in me that I am going to be okay as well. Because that's another thing. The worry will put you off, because if they're worried, you can't get on with life, because so much obstacle. You feel there's this unseen obstacle. So I didn't have that, and because my mom showed me there is no obstacle, and I think my husband saw that through me, that my mom had that in her to tell us, look, this is what it is. So my mom would not let us stop for anybody or anything. As she used to take me to like classes, like musical classes. She used to take me to kobita recitation competitions. And in Melbourne school, to be honest, I think the first dance and singing we did, I think before me, I don't think there was any Bangladeshi performances before 1981 in Melbourne school. I don't think so. Minara can say that, but it came Bangladeshi, and Lucky Afa, your sister, Farhana, your sister and me, we did the first performance. She was singing Nozul Giti, Projaprati, that song, and I was dancing to it. And we did that in Bodicea. I think she was from Bodicea, but I was from Tilda. And nobody else will know what these are except me, Minara. We had 4 houses. Bodicea.
Wait, sorry, I have to stop you. Was Minara there?
Yeah.
It's such a small world, Minara. Carry on, Syeda. Sorry.
Tudor.
So you was asking with my oldest.
Yeah.
Wow,
The
mashallah.
yellows, yeah. So, yeah, she was there. That's what I mean, my school friend, we don't know each other.
Wow.
Just like
Such a small
maybe at the
world.
time. It is.
Thank
So
you, Sister Syeda.
thank you so
We've
much.
got some
Liza.
comments before we move on to Sister Meghna. We've got comment from Brother Ahad Mia. He's saying, you ladies are multi-talented, which you all are, mashallah. Hats off to you all. You are a role model to the younger sisters and daughters. And I think we can all proudly say that to our daughters, to our sisters, every single one of us in our own way, mashallah, we're celebrating Women's International. We're celebrating our challenges that we've overcome, and we are role models. So yes, thank you for that comment, Ahad Bhai. And Asma Islam said, Tanzila Zaman, Meghna, Uddin, Syeda Choudhury, so inspiring. And great hosting by Farhana, Paru, and Liza. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Asma. And
Finally,
and then LOL is from my sister's husband, because you mentioned, I think that's why he put down LOL.
he said, Fatima Khanum said, well done, ladies, interesting stories. So that's
Thank
really
you.
nice to hear that people can, some of us, just by listening to what you guys are saying, they can relate to it, mashallah. So Meghna, can we go to you now? So who is the person behind you? Let's hear it.
Okay.
Pushed you.
First, before we go on, I just want to say thank you, Ahad. Ahad and me, we go a long way as well. We were primary school buddies, so
Wow.
there's a lot of history here and there. So thank you for your lovely comments, and thank you to all the viewers and for their lovely comments. Yes, we definitely, as Liza's touched on, we definitely can relate to each other. Our stories or some things that's been said or shared, we can in some form or way, even if it's a little bit, we can relate to each other. Liza's to answer to Liza's question, I would like Syeda, I would say my mother, when my dad passed away when I was very young, I think I only just turned 21, and he was everything to me. I'm just going to go back a bit. He was everything to me, even though through my own problems that I was having, struggling with my own personal situation. My dad, because my dad fell unwell, and then he eventually passed away, and he's been 30 years now, nearly 30 years, and I still miss him to this day. He was my hero. He was my everything. I was daddy's girl. So my relationship formed with my mum after my my father passed away. And seeing my mum, because my mum was very young, and then my brothers, my siblings, my brothers were younger, and seeing that strong woman, a single parent. She became a single parent, obviously, looking after, the boys, and, then I was the, older, like the sister there, and, with my own family and everything. So it was hard, but my mum, I have to say, that bond and that strength, to overcome a lot of things, my mum has been there for me. And then as you go through different chapters in life, there's different people that add, your family, your children, your strength. Like Syed even done, there are your strengths, your partner. There's different people in life, and also, it could be anybody, it could be anybody in your place of work or outside that you've come across who just, you draw those strengths from, and then we feel inspired. We feel inspired by different people at different times. And I say we can be inspired by young people as well, which I, truly I can say, and I feel happy seeing young people that, are so inspiring. And also I feel if I aspire to inspire all the time, and I do say this quite a lot. And when I do sort of like, my messages that I send out, and, statuses that I put up, I'm positive, share that positive messages, and we can all have ups and downs. But yes, I would say my mum's always been there, and grown strength.
Really nice to hear that, sisters have their mums to actually credit for a lot of the things. And I think a lot of us feel the same way. Our mums sometimes, they dream for us what they couldn't achieve themselves. And I'm sure
and same we do for our children as well.
And we do the same. What I couldn't achieve, I dream for my daughter, my son. And it's amazing to hear that some of us, we had to fight and battle ourselves, and some of us have been inspired or have been overcome challenges, or we can credit our mothers, our parents for it, and even our children. And I kind of relate to what Syeda said earlier, and Meghna said as well about children. And like when I've written my book, I'll just quickly show it to you. That was written about 15 years ago. 15 years ago, but I didn't even publish it. Farhana used to say, publish it, and I just stopped. Something happened, you just lose all your confidence. And
she just one day, like we Lisa and I, we know each other. We could be friends, right, Lisa?
Maybe.
So one day she's just showing me, look, she's reading it to me. I'm like, this is amazing, like superb poetry. I'm like, you've got a collection there, because she always writes when she feels something. Instead of expressing herself, she writes down. Yeah, and I'm like, publish it. And then we published it, Lisa.
After 15, 16 years. But it's done. It's done, alhamdulillah. So that's what I can say. And the reason it got done is because my son, who was 5 or 6 when I wrote it, he's going to turn 21 this month. He's the one who's been saying, Mom, there are people that pay others to write for them and they become authors. And you write. You can write. Mom, just publish it. Get it out there for people.
Yeah, so we're getting... Sorry,
we're getting some... Yes, we're getting
so many comments. But can I just say, there's Hafsa Uddin, she's saying, don't forget me, sis. But, you need to call up. You need to call up and say why you said this. Okay, so we need more callers. But alhamdulillah, we're getting a lot of comments.
I've got another question
on social media. I think Tanzila wanted to add something before your next question. Tanzila?
I really want to extend my voice with Liza, what you just said, because everybody's saying about mom is inspiration or support. So I want to highly, like loudly want to say our parents are really invaluable. They support us. But I want, at the beginning I said my inspiration myself. That I mean, but my family support. That I mean that inspiration is different and support is different. Like example, when I see my husband, okay, give me example, my child and me. I never been inspired by my parents, but look, my parents spend me like millions, not pound, it's taka, okay, not millions, taka, not pound, to study. Look how nice they are. They don't have own flat, they don't have own bank balance, but they spend money on me. Look how nice they are. I'm grateful, I'm humble. But look, they never said, oh my God, you are writing nice. Mom, why not you write a book? As Liza was saying, her child is saying. So I'm missing that part. My life,
I think it's the culture thing as well, because you grew up in Bangladesh.
So that I want to extend my voice and I want to inspire, because Farhana was so nice and she wants us to give some message, inspiration to the community through our, just not we are chatting, we are gossiping, we are sharing history. No, from our life, we need to make a little message. So this conversation, this part, question answer, I want to raise my voice, loud my voice to the parents who are giving best clothes, best food, okay, best place to live, even maybe the gold, maybe the property. But I want to extend my voice. Of course, you will do that because your child is precious. You want to see them, beautiful, nice and stuff. But inspire them. If they have a good handwriting, if they are drawing, if they have anything, they can speak nicely. Why not?
Absolutely. First of all, recognize our daughters' talents and skills. Recognize it first. Are they good at art? Why all, like in our culture, why all the girls have to go into medicine, engineering, teaching? See what your daughter is good at. Absolutely. I understand.
That I mean, my parents is my inspiration. Other hand too, they're the biggest support in my life. Okay, but I want to mention about inspiration is different and support is different. Okay, we can get support from everyone, but inspiration, that you have something that I am extending. Oh my God, you are so sweet, Farhana. I like the way you talk. Why not you be presenter? Why not you be speaker? This is called inspiration. So that I never get anybody, in my life. Everybody think I am a successful woman. I am in good study. I am in good job, my own business. But you know what? I never get inspiration. They are seeing I am doing this. That I
Well,
want
from
to
today you will, Tanzila. I want everyone to inspire Tanzila
Inshallah, you've
and give
inspired
her that
many people.
support and solidarity.
to all the parents, my request, since the beginning of the life in childhood, watch like a binocular, okay? Binocular, like look how beautifully Liza sister's son said, Mom, why not make a book? How beautiful. So the vice versa, you need to say, oh my God, my child, you can do that. Why not you be maybe
Never too late, Tanzila. Look at you. You're full of energy. Never too
Mashallah.
late.
Mashallah.
And you are
And I
doing
think
it,
very
alhamdulillah.
infectious, isn't it, Syeda?
Huh?
Very infectious, her energy, because as she's
Yeah.
talking and I'm feeling more motivated and inspired,
She's
and I'm sure all of you guys.
yeah, very energetically young
Thank you.
lady.
Thank you so much.
Inside me, it's like thump, thump, thump. Like I want to do something.
Yeah.
Fatima Khanum
Amazing
said,
people you are. We're
there's a
so
little message
blessed
for
to have you
Sister
guys.
Tanzila.
Yeah.
It says, well done,
I've seen her
Tanzila.
work.
Continue
She's
with your
really-
good work. Did you hear that,
Thank
sister? So there's
Thank you.
it's a message from Sister Fatima Khanum.
Thank you so much, Sister Fatima. Apu, thank you so much. Thank you.
Should we go
We're
to
gonna
our
move
next
on to your
question?
second question, Lisa.
Yes, because we're running out of time, girls. So the second question I have is, now we've all faced our challenges and we've all have gone through loads of obstacles, and we're still going through it. Now, how can we support and empower the women of our community, our society, especially women that have really low self-esteem and they don't have confidence, and they feel like they could never achieve their dreams because they have been brought up a certain way to have a certain thoughts as they were growing up. So how can we empower them? Whoever wants to go first, feel free.
Minara.
Yeah, no, Tanzila, yes, it's good. I just want to, before we go into that, because I'm saying, Tanzila, you are amazing, and you know that, and we've done things together, so you
We
are amazing, and I've
appreciate
said
you.
that to you.
Mashallah.
Definitely. So yes, all right, my train of thought's gone, but yes, how do you empower? How do you encourage?
just
How
give
do you
us
motivate?
tips. Oh, yeah.
You know what? It's through the work that we've done. Like Saida's touched on. I do a lot of youth and community work still. That's something that I always will do, regardless of what happens, whether I want to work or not work. But I still want to. My passion is there. You create that platform. You create platforms. You create programs. You reach out to those groups of young women, even older women that do have aspirations that had to put it on hold, and then for some reason, they want to come back into. So it's building, inviting them to programs and projects that you can create in the community for women, for young women, if we're specifically talking about women and girls. And I could, women and girls, and because it's not saying that you're a girl and you can be more confident, because that's not the case always. Absolutely. But yes, it's platforms we provide, what we've provided, and I have done that a lot of work through when I was in my working role with Newark Youth London, which is community based in East London, amazing organization which I'm a trustee of now. Awesome. And we've done lots of women and girls work, amazing work, and we have girls action, social action groups, where mothers are involved, girls are involved, the families are involved, and this is it. You create platforms for the women and the girls, and for the women. It doesn't matter what age you are. And if you have that aspiration and you want to hold on to it, and then you can believe you can do it, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a small, some women just want to have some training, just to do some workshops, just want to be involved, they just want to make new friends, learn a new skill. Even if it's not, if they don't want a qualification, it's just like, having that kind of connecting. You create a platform. So definitely through work, through community projects, and collaboration as well. You can reach out. It doesn't have to just be Bangladeshi women. No. I mean, the whole community. There's all the communities in this country as well. So you reach out to different women, because everybody has their, as a woman, everybody has their ups and downs and different life experiences. So how you can, you reach out, create a platform, definitely. And, we're here. were happy to create that platform, you know, to collaborate, to speak as speakers, as motivational speakers, as, you know, people that can give some, you know, share our own experiences and really help support and empower. I think, you know, you first need to build that self-confidence and empower, definitely.
Thank you so much, Sister Minara. That's really useful, especially for the viewers who are watching, because we can make the difference, and we have to take the initiative. And if we take the initiative, we can make a great change. And it starts from very small changes. So thank you so much for inspiring everyone. Should we go to Syeda now?
Yeah, you only got me now.
Go on, Syeda.
Absolutely. I mean, all I can echo of what Tanzila and Minara just already said. All I can say, I mean, throughout my work in my life, when I was studying school, college, university, I was still doing like women development work. So I've developed like women group and made them independent group in the past by getting funding for them, making a group of women, like 30 women in one group. They're doing certain activities. I work for a Hiba Women's Project. Same way, it's just what Tanzila and Meghna just said. We have been working, we have the mentality to empower other women. And that's why we are here. And you, all four of you, are here just to do that. And it's an amazing way. Right now, we are empowering women who is watching us, because we are giving this time up, all of you, and saying something positive about life. So we can do that every single. And I support Mohila Ongon, and I give so much time on Zoom now. And also I support Brooklyn Women's Project. Right now, I give them Zoom meetings, so trainings on how to stay healthy during this pandemic, and how we are not resilient enough to cope with this disease because of how we cook and all of that stuff. So we have to really look at the holistic view. So we can talk about all training, this and that. At the same time, we have to live a very balanced life through our activities in the day and what we eat as well. So I'm doing through. It has been excellent because of the Zoom, because you don't have to go anywhere. I mean, I'm finding this pandemic now a lot of. I mean, we've lost so many lives and everything, but a lot of positive stuff came out of it. Is how we can connect with each other through this sort of social media, Zoom and other right now we are doing a TV show here. So all of that, I'm taking it positively, and also through my work every day. I mean, I participate in some women's International Women's Day program. So far, we did quite a few, and today I'm sure is one of them. So yes, we have to always give other people the space. I feel we have all got enough space. We should not tread on each other's toe, because the world is very big and everyone's got a unique way of doing it. So if somebody's really good at something, let them do it. Don't try to tread. So make sure everyone feels you are accommodating them. So rather.
Absolutely. I agree with Syeda. I agree that the pandemic, we had a lot of negativity and we're all so worried. But one thing good that came out of it, the pandemic actually changed us for the better, to know that what's good and wrong, and what's right, what we should do. And also it gave us this chance to reflect. So everyone out there, I hope you've done a lot of reflecting, and I hope you've learned a lot from tonight's show. But we're not over yet, because we have some poetry soon to come. And I also have a question for the guests, my final question. Before I pass it over to the guests, I just like to say, viewers out there, we all are different. We're unique, like our fingerprints. The things we like, our skills, the way we learn are unique, just like how everyone's fingerprints are unique. Be proud of your difference, and at the same time, help yourself. Unfortunately, we're living in a world where we have to help ourselves. For example, if you think you're feeling a bit, underconfident, and you need to get your vibe back in, 13 Rivers Trust, you can be a volunteer, learn. It's like a family here in 13 Rivers Trust. You can volunteer, you can learn, you can bring back your confidence. I volunteered for Eden Care, which is part of 13 Rivers Trust, after I had few family members, death of few family members, and I was kind of broken, and then I started doing voluntary work, and it kind of helped me socialize again, engage with everyone else. So my next question, definitely, one more question is, think about it, ladies. Who inspires you? But it has to be a celebrity. So you have to name a female, not a celebrity, a famous person. Two might differ in some ways. So a female famous person that inspires you and why? So anyone can start. That includes you as well, Lisa, okay?
Leave me out of it for now. Too much in my head. Go on.
I can take my
Okay, who would like to start?
Tanzila, come on, let's do.
Okay, because I didn't say about the contribution part, so together I can wrap up. Actually, I am really inspired by amazing woman in Bangladesh, Begum Rokeya Shakhaut Hossain. She's the woman pioneer. She's the woman, the ambassador to start the education for women. So the women is, oh my God, she's the brave woman. So she's, of course, inspirational. And at the moment, right now, I am doing SkillXcellence, a project. At the moment, I just launched the Enlighten the Light of Education and Skill. So in previous 2-3 years research, I see my wonderful sister, okay, we all are married. But we have some qualities of skill to give back the community. We can contribute. It also can give financial resilience. So through my SkillXcellence online learning platform, the education platform, where any sister from our community, even
Tanzila, explain. A lot of the viewers might not know who you're talking about. Begum Rokeya.
Yes, Apu, Begum Rokeya.
Yes, so just explain who she is.
Okay. Yeah. She is the woman from Bangladesh. I can remember exactly the date and time. I am very bad memory. So date and time
around 1950s, I think.
Yeah, something
around
like
1950s.
No, before that.
Or before that, even.
Yeah, I think long time ago. I can honestly, I can't remember. All I know, she's the woman. Okay, she started education.
Education for women.
Yeah,
she's my inspiration as well.
Apu, she was study under the Bangladeshi called moshari. Then the cooking.
Mosquito.
Yeah.
And also it cooking. So lamp, Apu.
So without any light inside mosquito net, she's to study.
And
we have a call. Sorry to interrupt. We have a call.
She was not allowed to study, but she.
Okay, ladies. Finally, we have a caller. Who's brave enough? Who called?
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
And good evening.
Good evening.
Listen to your talk. Wonderful Minara, Tanzila, Adarafa, Farhana, as Syeda Choudhury. I mean, wonderful talk. You have so many things, and all of you are very inspirational women, I'm sure, for our community and for the new generation. However, one thing I would like to point out, as British Bangladeshi, sometimes I feel as a man, when I go to different meetings, I see a person who is a member of parliament maybe sitting on the stage, and next to this member of parliament, many men, they are sitting and they are conducting the meetings, giving speeches. Not many women I see they're giving speeches on the stage where many men attending different events. So something I feel we need to talk about when men, women, when they go to an event, they do not only invite only a member of parliament for a symbolic purpose. They need to invite other women like you guys are talking about so many great things to give speeches and also be part of that, because I sometimes feel somewhere, some women leaders are kind of cornered and they are not given enough space in a meeting where many men are present.
Yeah.
So something I would like to point out. And other sector, a couple of things like FTSE 100, there are hundreds. I know you feel about the glass ceiling, about the women leaders in business sectors and other sectors as well. FTSE 100, there are 100 chief executives, but you can think of only 5 or 6 of them are holding the highest post in the business sector in FTSE 100. So something we need to see more women coming as entrepreneurs as well as business leaders. That I would like to point out. But you are doing fantastic job, inspirational.
Thank you so much.
Role models for our community. Thank you.
You're an inspiration as well. Thank you for that call.
Thank
Can
you.
Can I take that on?
Take it on, Farhana. Yes.
Yeah. No. Excellent point, brother. Excellent point. I appreciate that call. I think the reason is because women are perceived in a way, especially in politics. The sisters that make it up there on the platform, on the stage, are very courageous and kind of have thick skin as well. You need to in politics. I remember like many times when I helped organize political, like mainstream political fundraisers, and then because it's mostly men that get involved in politics. That's especially in the Bangladeshi community. So it's kind of male dominated, and they perceive women in a way that you're there to help, and you're there to be a hostess, sell the tickets for fundraisers, but you're not allowed to go on the stage and talk. For this political party, I was one of the executive members, and I had the highest votes in the meeting to become an executive member, and I helped in the event. But I had to sell the raffle tickets, and on stage I had to auction. And that's a true fact. And we have to be brave. Like Tanzila, you inspired me to speak the truth and be brave. And that's exactly what happened. And that's why I appreciate the brother's call. I think Syeda, you want to say anything?
No, I think Minara should say something on that call.
No, absolutely. No, thank you for those comments. That was amazing. And it's really nice to see men come forward and actually say this about women, supporting the women, whether it's your own family members or external. And thank you so much for those supportive words, bhai. And before I go on to what I want to say, I just want to the comments I was reading. Hafsa, my sister-in-law, I want to give her a shout out. Yes, she's she's amazing. She's my middle sister-in-law, and she's really a bubbly personality. So she's added. So yeah, she's saying hi. No, but you're absolutely how we again it's important when there are events. Yes, it's mainly as I've said, that it's women, it's men, but you know what, we've got to own it. And I'm one of those people, like raffle tickets, fine. I would straight away say, well, men can do that as well. Men can do that role, or others can do that, or men and women both do that role, because we can share roles and responsibilities, isn't it? Whether it's outside of the home or in the home. So
I made sure it was a mixed thing. I did make sure.
But with regards to platforms and we're speaking and whether you're hosting, because I do a lot of hosting and presenting and events and media related stuff when I get the opportunity and when I can have the time to. And with certain organizations and being on certain boards and things, we have to take ownership. We have to have our voice heard on that panel, on that board. Otherwise, we won't. And I've had the pleasure of being on many boards, and I am on many boards. As I've said, I'm a trustee of NUAC, as well as I'm on other panels and boards as well. And you know what? I hold my own. I like to hold my own. I've listened. So it is important that we have that confidence. As Farhana said, you're inspired by, maybe something that Tanzila said to you.
Women like you don't get involved in politics.
Well, you know what? that's something that's been said to me for a long time. But what it is, the grassroots work, the groundwork, the frontline work, grassroots work, that's where we make the most change. Yes, politics. Yes, maybe it's in the air, it's there, but you know what? We can be so balanced with that. Otherwise, keeping politics and religion out of certain contexts, we can do such amazing work. We do such amazing work from all sectors.
Yeah, I think Syeda has something to say.
Just quick to just wrap up with the caller. I think what he meant was also not politics. He meant like when there's an event, there's 100 men there, and you find only 2 women, and one would be an MP, and the other one would be community worker. These men would say, oh, I don't know, but why didn't you bring your wives? See, they all have one wife at home, at least one. So if all of them came, then they would have been, or not even all, say 20% came, there would have been another 20 women there, and including me and the MP. So there's like 22 women there. But now all the men expect the wife to be always at home, and then they will sit with the MP in the middle. Just saying MP, just an example, really, nothing to do with. It could be one person, a celebrity came from Bangladesh or something, and everybody will be surrounded, and all the people are surrounded. That particular person is all the men, because they don't bring their wives up, and they always tell us, "Beti na no na kena after But the thing is, "Ami beti ze ani aichi, tumar beti anu na kena."
Absolutely, and also I think men just like naturally just like going on stage and making speeches. Anyway, I just like to go through the comments here. Maliha, on Rukia Begum, we got the dates wrong. So Maliha, what's her full name? Maliha Ali said it was around 1980 when Begum Rukia was around. Yes,
18. Yeah, 18.
18. Yeah, and Ahad saying that more than ever we need our women to be breadwinners and not just rely on their other halves. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, women need to be breadwinners if needed and if the woman wants to, and also men need to support that. Men need to help around the house as well. But I think there should be a shared balance everywhere, a shared power balance in politics, a shared power chores balance at home, where the men and the wife, because in overseas I've noticed that they have a lot of maids helping them or people around them, and especially in England and other countries, we're on our own. So we need our men to help us around the house as well.
Definitely.
And we need our women to speak up. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Speak up. Speak for justice. Like Tanzila did today.
Apu, I want to share.
He walks around in the house.
Tanzila is amazing.
I can share.
Okay.
My husband is very good cook. Honestly speaking, I learned from him. He didn't know cooking, but in London, as Farhana was saying, we need to do well all ourselves. So as I live in always hostel, I never had opportunity to learn cooking, and I'm not very passionate about cooking. I appreciate, but not myself. So my husband, I came in London 8 months alone without rice. Can you imagine? I was surviving. So my husband came. He learned. He bring books for me. So we together we learn and we cook. And I am his assistant. So I'm saying everybody, I want to inspire all of you, my brother. Why not tomorrow make a dish and give surprise? Like my husband.
Oh, really? My husband
doesn't cook. He won't cook. Okay, Syeda, I think shall we continue with my question then?
Carry on.
A famous person that inspired you and why?
Oh my God, famous. Does he have to be famous? I'm really inspired by my mom. Because my mom, I've seen her doing business when I was a 5-year-old in Bangladesh. She used to run workshop business. She used to go to Chittagong or Dhaka to bring parts and gas cylinders. And she used to, because she was on her own with 3-4 daughters, including me. My dad always lived in this country from 1958. So dad used to go back. I don't see, to me, my mom is my everything, really. What I saw, what she's been doing, she has done for us without my father being around. If anyone has a famous person, it depends, isn't it? I can't pin down on one person because I like doing media. So I have a media personality that I like. Or I have, singing. I like somebody entrepreneur. I like certain person. So আমি আজকের মতো বলবো only that my mom.
Okay, that's she's famous. I know her.
You know her?
Yeah. Yes, I know her. Yeah. And I remember her very well. An amazing woman
it's really difficult to pin on one person. I don't know Minara whether she's got somebody.
Do we have anyone else with a famous person?
I can just mention one person. I think when I was at university and we had a presentation to do, and a person that was really researching upon was Emily Pankhurst. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. She was an activist, a political activist who really fought for women's rights to vote. So I think she really inspired me, and I started learning a lot about. I'm not really into politics, to be honest with you. My best friend's in politics, and I always used to say, I don't know much about politics. Farhana's always into her politics, but she's good at it. I don't think I could. But actually researching about this woman really inspired me and a lot of the other students. So for me, if I'm going to talk about somebody famous, she'd be the one.
Yeah.
The first woman to actually fight for women's rights to vote.
I think, as Liza said, there's again, I would say there's many people, many individuals, many women over time that probably have inspired us. Yes, starting at home, we've mentioned our mother. And I just want to quickly go back, where we said with the conversation, and then I'll come back to who I think, currently, I would say current person. But yes, with regards to men, so men, it's the men in our lives, our brothers, fathers, uncles, in that kind of, support, that they should be supporting the female members and of the family and external as well. And coming back to Farhana's question, I would say currently, if I'm thinking about COVID times, because we're in a global pandemic and we're still not out of the woods as well. Slowly we are, but I have to say New Zealand's Prime Minister, she's been amazing. How she's just been amazing. How she's taken the country, got them out of the pandemic. Obviously, it's still there, but how the country's gone forward, making these important decisions, for the country, for the people, keeping the people's safety, the public safety, public health, everything in mind. I think that's inspiration. She's probably a mother, a wife, a daughter, so, if you can't, and running a whole country, just running the country, it's a heavy burden on shoulders to be, and making that one wrong decision can sort of everything can come crumbling down. And as us as women, we hold a lot of responsibilities and we hold a lot of things on our shoulders, we do. And I think sometimes we need to ease that burdens ourselves. So when we see inspiration like that, I think it just makes you feel happy,
Minara,
so currently I would say.
And can I just add, during the pandemic, it was the female leaders that tackled the pandemic, the COVID. All the female leaders around the world, they tackled it quicker than the male.
Well.
Even at home.
But we're not here to put the men down. They do an amazing job.
Men are doing
and also
a smashing
we
job
had
too.
brothers commenting as well that they are very domesticated around the house.
Yes.
So it all depends on individual personality. And I
have my husband in the house who's very, very,
yes,
very supportive.
I know.
And
can I just add that I would say that actually a brother mentioned that, Abdul Bhai, that everyone must learn the art of managing power. And when we talk about power, the art, power can be from different levels. Power can be even the power to control yourself, all the sisters out there, first of all, manage yourself within, think that I can do it. If Minara can do it, Syeda can do it, Lisa, Tanzila can do it, why can't I? It's all inside here, first of all. And then, unfortunately, like I said, we have to help ourselves. So we need to go out there. We need to actually find out where the support is. We need to look for inspirations. It could be a male figure, it could be a female figure, it could be your mother, your children. My biggest aspiration are my children. They believe in me so much, mashallah. They think highly of me. So I could never feel down. My children are there and they think so much of me, and they're unbelievable. So yeah, and also just mingle with people. I'm one of those people that are quite shy and reserved. You might not think yeah, it takes me time to I find it, for example, Lisa, I see her making friends ever so quickly. For me it takes time, but just remember that we're all unique, we're different. Just manage yourself first, and go for it, whatever you want to do. And another thing I just want to add, it's not just about going out there, becoming the breadwinner, wearing the trousers in the house, like cooking is so valuable. Cooking for your family, sewing. There's many skills that us women hold. And you know what? We need to hold it with pride, with pride and dignity, not be pushovers. Don't let anyone, listen to people, be kind. I think I'm a very kind person, am I not? But don't be a pushover. Don't let others tell you what to do, because only you know what's good for you. And especially if you're mothers, other people won't know what's good for your children. It's you. So make that right decision with the help of others. We need support always, even from the men as well. Okay.
Before we finish, Farhana, so
poetry time.
Yeah, yes, a little. Well, you know what? It's not in English. It's in Bengali that I've written maybe a few years back when it wasn't on International Women's Day, isn't it, Farhana? I've written for 150 women guests.
Yes,
and
yes.
guests.
I remember we
Anyway.
did a show a few years ago. Fundraisers, yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, I think, yeah.
Before the pandemic, way before the pandemic.
Way before. It's called Nari. Nari means women. I'm sure you all know. Okay. Ami Nari. Ami ki ekta obhishap. Ami Nari. Eta ki amar pap. Jonmo hoyechi meye hoye. Chirodin thakbo ki kolonko hoye. Ami Nari. Amar koto koshto mone. Ami Nari. Ke amar chitkar shone. Ami Nari. Kadiye ami eka eka pai koto bhoy. Nari hoyechi boli ke nirjaton shoy. আমি নারী আমার জন্মদাতার অহংকার আমি নারী সেই মায়ের গলার অলংকার স্বামীর ঘরে তুলে দিয়েছে পিতা কত বিশ্বাসে স্বামীর পায়ের ধুল হয়েছি নিঃশ্বাসে নিঃশ্বাসে আমি নারী জন্ম আমার ফুলের মতো সুন্দর কত শ্রেষ্ঠ তোমার হল বলে কি জীবনটা করে দিবে নষ্ট আমি নারী কেন 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 আমি এক নারী নেই কোনো পরিচয় আমার শুধু কি আমি এক স্ত্রী পারবো না আর সইতে আমি আর হব না অভাগিনী নারী আমি করব যুদ্ধ নিজের সাথে দেব না হাত তোমার হাতে বলবো আমি গর্বিত হয়ে নারী আমি থাকবো না শুয়ে জাগ্রত হব চিরকালে ধন্য হব জীবন নিয়ে হেসে হেসে বলবো স্বামী নারী আমি নারী আমি
That is so heart-touching.
Beautiful.
For all the viewers who don't speak Bangla, Nari means
summarize
woman.
it. Just going to summarize it. Nari means a woman, as I've just said earlier. Nari is written in dedication of all the women who are, stuck in their own oppression. They're going through so much. They don't have the support that they desire. They're made to think that their only identity is to be a wife. They're made to forget that they are someone's daughter, someone's precious child, and they have their own identity. And Nari is about empowering the women who actually go through this day in, day out to fight for themselves. And when they go down, for them to actually go back up again and rise above. And just to empower the women who actually feel like earlier when I asked you guys the question about the women and girls who actually feel they don't have the confidence but they have the dreams. Nari is for that, for them to actually fight their battles and come and achieve all their dreams.
Absolutely beautiful. I think you need to translate it and then publish that poem as well, Lisa. Do we have anyone else, Syeda? Anyone else want to?
Well, as you said before, you said about entertainment. There's going to be some entertainment. I sing, but obviously we don't do that here. So I've written a few poems in the past, but mainly on metaphorical way. But the most suited one for today is very straightforward, and it's like straight words. Because if I do a metaphorical ones that I've done, it's not going to sound that much related today. So I've today's topic, yeah. So I think if I do this one, I haven't recited it before. This is my first time reciting this.
But you wrote it, yeah.
Yeah. আমি নারী, আমি মাটির দেহে যদি প্রাণ ভরা মানুষ না হয়ে যদি হতাম কোনো এক চাবির পুতুল, আমার হৃদয়ের অনুভূতি থাকতো না এত অতুল, না থাকতো কোনো চাওয়া, না থাকতো কোনো পাওয়া, শুধু চাবি দিলেই নেচে যেতাম সারা বেলা, না খুঁজে বেড়াতাম ভালোবাসা নিয়ে, না খুঁজে বেড়াতাম, দুঃখিত, না খুঁজে বেড়াতাম ডুমুরের ফুলের প্রেম, না খুঁজে বেড়াতাম ভালোবাসার প্রদীপ, শুধু নিচে খেলে কাটিয়ে দিতাম দিন রজনী, না করে কোনো হেলা, না খুঁজে বেড়াতাম ঘর বাঁধার সেই আলোর দ্বীপ, না খুঁজে বেড়াতাম সরল ভালোবাসার আলোর প্রদীপ, শুধু নেচে খেলে যদি হতাম কোনো এক চাবির পুতুল, নেচে খেলে সারাক্ষণ কাটিয়ে দিতাম, আর থাকতো না হৃদয়ের এত অতুলতা। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, we're running out of time though, so can we just like wrap up? Maybe everyone can say a couple of lines before we go.
I'd just like to say something. I'm just reading the messages as well in between. I actually wrote a few words in English, so after a conversation that me and Farhana had. But I've read the messages, and I just want to give a shout out to my. I've got my children there, the son-in-laws, and the girls. Thank you. Oh my God, you know what? Just like Farhana said, you know what? I'm so blessed in that way, because we have certain chapters where we leave, and then I'm so blessed to have my children in my life, and they do support me, their partner support, the son-in-laws and everything, so I'm just, thank you. They're messaging there on the group, so it's just really nice to see those comments. And just before I think you're gonna wrap up now, aren't you? So I just wrote a few words in English because I thought we can just share that. So I'll just share that, and then we can sort of
Sure.
So the few words that I sort of wrote, reading something else somewhere, and just I thought I'll write a few words. Is my opinions I have many. They are my veil of beauty. My scars I have many. I'm not afraid to show them. My achievements adorn me like jewels. My strength protects me, which I have crafted. And then I believe in me, then I can share. Thank you.
Wow. What a fantastic way to wrap up. I hope our viewers clap to everyone tonight. Everyone on the show. Well done. And I hope the viewers,
Liza.
really. Thank
Seriously,
you. I hope the viewers really enjoyed tonight's show, and I hope it was really helpful for you guys.
Only an hour, and how we just continued. Yeah. I'm sure the viewers enjoy.
And just amazing participation from the viewers as well, and our family, friends, and other viewers who have. Thank you so much.
Without you all, we're nothing. So let's keep that solidarity and connecting communities.
Definitely.
Fantastic show. I really enjoyed it.
Personal messages. Some people don't want to, and it's how they're saying about. Well, they really enjoyed my poem. Apparently, it was very powerful. Then they said about Sister Syeda as well, how it sounded so beautiful when you started reciting. Like I was saying, the expressions, mashallah, well done. And Sister Minara, honestly, because I write, I actually really enjoy listening to others who write too.
One thing everyone tonight have in common, they love to write.
I think it's thoughts, we collect our thoughts and we can jot them down as well. And what you said about connecting, I think this pandemic has been because we've been in lockdown, stop start and here and there, but we've connected not only in with each other in different ways, but globally as well, because the connections that we've made and the work that we'll be doing, even with from our own countries, and connecting around the globe to work on and be a woman and connect like that, to share your messages, share your experience, create platforms, be part of platforms. And yeah, I think it's amazing. I think amazing. You're all amazing. You know, you're all, and all the viewers, they're all amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Minara.
Such a wonderful time. Thank you so much to our powerful, inspiring special guest. Thank you, Lisa, for being my co-host tonight. And thank you, viewers, for watching us.
For being such a lovely.
Minara and Tanzila and me, we have to interview you too of your writings.
Yes.
And your things. Lisa,
Definitely, Syeda, I agree with you on that. I'm there on with you.
Yeah, so that to be continued. And don't forget, everyone, 13 River Trust community show is happening every Wednesdays from 9 o'clock. And also 13 River Trust are going to do Ramadan appeal and shows. Please keep an eye out for that and support them. We had an amazing time because of 13 Rivers Trust, and it was a great platform for inspiration and learning through this difficult time. I wish everyone the well, and stay close to your loved ones, make friends, and just keep strong inside. Bye.